In our discussion of Gramsci, two very important things remained untouched. So I'm just trying to make a sequel to our video on Gramsci. One is his concept of or concepts of rather civil society and political society. This we must understand carefully because civil society today is such a powerful term. Now, by civil society, what does he actually mean, or how do we understand civil society today? So for that, it is better that we understand what he means by political society first. For Gramsci, state is a very huge and all encompassing concept. For us today, state has, though its geographical borders are unlimited, but then we understand state to be, so far as its political aspect is concerned, to be restricted to certain particular domains like the parliament, judiciary, etc., or say the government. We understand the state as the government: legislative, executive, and judiciary, as we said, three branches of the government. So these come under Gramsci's idea of political society. Okay, those which are related to uh, direct governmentality, that is, which can use force, law, court, police, army, etc. Apart from that, there are other societies. I mean, the other aspects, starting with even our family, you can say school, colleges, universities, so hospitals, the medicos, doctor profession, say engineers, their guilds. These kinds of societies or units or conglomerations may be called civil societies. For Gramsci, again, they are aspects of state power only. We do not see that. However, they are not as regimented as the political societies. In fact, if you have followed the video on ideology, where I spoke about Althusser's concepts of ISA and RSA, ideological state apparatuses and political state apparatuses, Althusser came much later than Gramsci. It is not difficult to see that uh, the ideas of ISA and RSA that Althusser gave is, in no uncertain terms, basically a rephrasing of Gramsci. There are Gramsci's civil society and political society. That is, civil society is ideological state apparatus, and political society is repressive state apparatus. This is the relation that I make. However, the concept of civil society is much more flexible than ISA, and all civil societies, though finally they conform to the state, because if they don't conform to, civil societies will be terrorists, anti-nationals, etc. They have to. But within that, there may be differences, and slowly some may bring in changes in society. That kind of a revolution is termed by passive revolution by Gramsci. So please do not confuse it with Gandhi's passive resistance. Though probably in the broader Gramscian perspective, passive resistance can be seen as a form of this uh, passive revolution only. So passive revolution is where there is no radical active revolution and change of government as happened in Russia, etc. So slowly, and there the civil societies play important part, and especially those who are called intellectuals. Now, who is an intellectual? That is very interesting. From one part, I mean, in one way, everybody is an intellectual. Whoever uses an intellect, his or her intellect is intellectual. But the technical definition is those who earn their livelihood by intellection. Let's say teachers, doctors, lawyers. That is not like army, police, or some physical thing, or other professions. So they are known as intellectuals anyway. But in a general sense, everyone who uses intellect is an intellectual. But then, true intellectuals are, who are totally busy with the process of intellection, and this is the means of their livelihood. Do not confuse it with intelligent. One of the greatest howlers of Indian English is that confusing intelligent with intellectuals. intellectuals may not be intelligent in our worldly sense of the term, and all intelligent people are not intellectuals at all. So intellectuals deny some kind of commitment. Anyway, but within intellectuals, there are two divisions that Gramsci has made. Means traditional intellectuals and organic intellectuals. Traditional intellectuals are like traditional preachers, priests, teachers, traditional doctors. I mean, whoever receives knowledge that is there in society and imparts it. Organic intellectuals are those who brings change in people's thought process, understanding of things, and the larger society thereby. They are transformative. So Edward Said has elaborated in details on Gramsci's idea of the intellectual and has gone beyond that in his 1993 Reith lecture, Representation of the Intellectual. If you Google it, you will find this short document, very interesting. There is spoken about Julian Benda also, Treason of the Intellectuals. Anyway, I hope now it is clear this concept: civil society, political society, intellectuals, and traditional intellectuals who just pass on received knowledge, and organic intellectuals who intervene epistemologically as well as ethically and bring changes to society for the betterment of society, betterment of all. So thank you very much. Good night.